Hello and welcome to World Sport Production. Here are the headlines. Guardiola. This has been hardest Premier League title win. Tuchel confirms 2 out injured, but won't rest players against Arsenal. Arteta calls Chelsea best in Premier League. Man City manager proud of team after they were confirmed as champions for a 5th time. Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola says his team becoming 2020-21 Premier League champions has been the hardest of the 3 titles he has won with the club. A 5th title for Man City was confirmed after Manchester United were beaten at home by Leicester City to go 10 points adrift of the leaders with only 3 matches to play. It means City are now the joint 2nd most successful club in the competition's history, having matched Chelsea's 5 PETA Leaders trophies. Only Man Utd, with 13, have won more. This has been a season and a Premier League title like no other, Guardiola told the club's official website. This was the hardest one. We will always remember this season for the way that we won. I am so proud to be the manager here and of this group of players. City claimed the title despite being 8th on Christmas, the joint lowest aside have been at that stage of a season before going on to lift the trophy. Premier League title most important, they now have the chance of adding a first UEFA Champions League trophy to that of the Premier League and EFL Cup claimed this season, but Guardiola says the domestic league has always been his priority. At the start of every season, the Premier League is the most important title for us, he said. This is the one where you have to be there every 3 days, playing all your rivals home and away. Only by being the very best, week in week out, can you win this competition. It is a huge success. Tuchel confirms 2 out injured, but won't rest players against Arsenal. Thomas Tuchel has confirmed that Wednesday's home game against Arsenal arrives too soon for Mateo Kovacic or Andreas Christensen to return from injury. The Croatian midfielder hasn't featured for the last month, since picking up an injury in the build-up to the 2nd leg of our Champions League quarter-final win over Porto. Our head coach had been hoping Kovacic would be able to return for tomorrow's Premier League fixture, but revealed that comeback has now been pushed back, with the player eager to be involved in this weekend's FA Cup final. He is not ready for tomorrow, we have to postpone it to Wembley. His personal race is on to make it to the squad for Wembley, said Tuchel, who also discussed what we miss without Kovacic, and how his understudy has filled in. Billy Gilmour had to step up now because we miss Kova so much and we play normally always with a double 6, so we were rotating constantly between N'Golo, Jorgi and Kova. Once we miss Kova now for so many games, so many weeks, it was on Billy to step up and I was very happy that he could deliver when it was needed. So full credit for that, but Kova is a big loss with his ability to drive with the ball, his speed on the ball, without the ball. Kova is such a positive character and unique player, a real fighter on who you can always rely in games and training. We really miss him, he is a good match with Jorgi and N'Golo in all combinations. So it's a big miss and I can't wait until he's back in full team training. He's taken some steps in the right direction and I hope he can rejoin team training after our game with Arsenal. However, there was good news on Christensen, after the defender limped off during our win over Manchester City at the weekend, with Tuchel relieved the Danish international's injury wasn't as serious as he first thought, admitting he was worried the defender's season could be over. It was much better than we feared. We hope that he can come back in one of the 2 Leicester games. It will also be a tough one, but the season's not finished for him hopefully. We have realistic hopes that he can make his comeback, at the latest, against Aston Villa. Andreas was crucial in the matches when he played. We missed him for a few games around the Porto game because of hamstring problems and now he has a tendon problem. He is crucial in the back 3, he gives us a lot of options because he can play all 3 positions and he's very calm, but don't misjudge him for being calm, he is a very tough one to play against. He uses his body very well, he is very strong in individual duels, he is good on the ball. The role in the back 3 suits him very well and I was very impressed by his performances. Now we got a big relief yesterday when the images were given and were not what we expected in the worst case. So we have realistic hopes that his season is not finished. The German manager also dismissed suggestions he might already have one eye on Saturday's FA Cup final ahead of our Premier League meeting with Arsenal, and rest players against the Gunners as a result. We just have an eye on the players' workload and on the statistics that we have, who is maybe overloaded on high speed, and from that we will decide who is at risk of injury. Everyone who is not at risk of injury will be available for the game. It's not the time to manage the game on Saturday now. Now is the time to manage the game on Wednesday. We're in the middle of a race for the top 4 and cannot judge games. Arteta calls Chelsea best in Premier League. Arsenal take on Chelsea at Stamford Bridge on Wednesday night. It is mathematically impossible for the Gunners to reach the top 4, but they could dent their rivals' hopes of staying there. Arteta's side are also still trying to reach the Europa League places, although that too is an uphill struggle. Hence, this may not be an ideal time for them to face Chelsea. Indeed, Arteta was full of praise for the Blues at his pre-match press conference. "Well, probably they've been the best team in the league in the last few months," he said. "What Thomas Tuchel has been able to do since he arrived has been exceptional. He put the team in 2 finals, the way the team is looking, how solid they are defensively as well, how composed and regular they have been in their performance has been excellent." One factor that will give Arteta even more to think about is the unavailability of David Luiz. The former Chelsea defender will not be in contention to play, but there are few other issues. "Well, the situation with David Luiz is that he is not yet recovered. We will see how he does in the next few weeks," Arteta said. "The rest are still in contention, but we will have to see today how they come. There will be no fans in attendance at the game, but their return to stadia is in sight. Arteta is looking forward to it.